Let's do this. Hi. Clear my. Alright. Hi, everyone, and welcome to TWF NXT. I am Gorilla Monsoon, here with Samoius and with Jackal. And today on NXT, we're going to hear the two other folks who are going to learn who is also going to be in the Gal in the Boundary, which happens on the same day that WWE does theirs. Gorilla Monsoon says, "Yeah, that's going to be truly good." Samoa says, "We do know that Godzilla and Wonder Woman are in it. We also know that Kenny Omega and Johnny Gargano are in it. That Maxwell Jacob Friedman got in it. We're going to know who is going to be the other two that's going to be in it." Samoa says, "Well, I don't really care who is or not going to be in it, as long as Kenny Omega wins this here." So, you want to know who's also going to be in Gal in the Boundary here today? Well, you're looking at the other one. It's going to be me, Jacko Bubdot, or whatever my name is. What a weird name anyway. While you're looking at him, because I'm going to be in it. And I think we have one more fellow who's also say they're going to be in it too, but I don't think so. Oh! Alright, Jeffro Fabot, or whatever your name is. So, it looks like to me that me and you are the last two folks to be in Gal in the Boundary. Well, let me tell you something. I think at the end of the day, I'm gonna win. I think it's gonna be me. Oh, why do you think it's gonna be you, Becky Lynch? I mean, earnestly, why do you think you're gonna be the one who's gonna end up winning it? I mean, out of all the things you did in WWE and TWF, don't get me wrong, you did a lot of good things, but winning Gal in the Boundary never was one of your things yet. Oh yeah, and I'm going to be slighted by some Disney Lucasfilm Star Wars self. That half of the folks can't even say your name right. Well, let me tell you something. It's true. I didn't win bloody Gal in the Boundary yet. Well, one day I will. And I think this year it is going to be me. You see, even though I have a lot of onlook for Godzilla or Godzilla or Wonder Woman or Johnny Gargano or Kenny Omega, I got none for this Maxwell Jacob Freeman fellow. And I do got some onlook for you, Jeffro Bubot, or whatever your name is. But I truly think at the end of the day that I'm gonna win it. And you're gonna see me go up there. You're gonna see me become Miss Gal in the Boundary, or Lady Gal in the Boundary, if you want to say that. If you want to say it the right way. So, you want to have a match with me here today? No, but I'm just telling you that I'm going to be the one who's going to be in it. And if you think I can't beat anyone, then think again, because I beat Cobra Commander or Snakehead 2 times. Well, I look forward to wrestling and fighting you, along with Godzilla and Wonder Woman and Kenny Omega and Johnny Gargano and this Maxwell Jacob Friedman fellow. Oh, and I'm going to tell you right now that I'm also going to be in it. Oh, so I'm going to be in it too. So, even though we know this isn't your up-to-date doll or nowadays doll, because it says you're a Lars kicker, and it should say the man, whatever that means. Oh, don't even start with me. I mean, don't even start with me, Captain Marvel, or Lead Woman Marvel. You know, a lot of folks always talk about how you come off as someone who has no back saga or back tail, or someone who say that they're either coming up, you know. Yeah, you know what I'll do? I'll beat you. And I think I'll just knock you down right now for just being a bloody hill. Oh! Well, you just saw Becky Lynch knock down Lead Woman Marvel, and what is up with some over good doers having the rank of lead man or head man in their name? But then again, Gorilla Monsoon said, I guess she had it coming because she was behaving like a bully or a hill or a creep. Also, Samoa says, does that mean we're going to see Captain Marvel or Lead Woman Marvel take on Jeffro Fabat or whatever his name is, Samoa says? I guess so. We don't have a matchkeeper in the ring, the Jackal says, but I guess so. But then again, I guess so. I don't really care. Alright. We got one in the ring now, the Jackal says. I don't really like either one of these two. And the matchkeeper falls down again. A bind with wakefulness. Or I just, you know, you can never trust a fight lord that has to, have a bind with wakefulness. Hey, would you stop, Jackal, right now, Cyrus, whatever you want to call yourself? And Captain Marvel or Lead Woman Marvel going right after Jeffro Fabat, if that's even his name. Because I don't even know how to say his name, Gorilla Monsoon says. I don't know what's up with Lucasfilm, Star Wars film themselves having some names that you don't even know how to say. Gorilla Monsoon says. I don't know, Samoa says. All I know is that Captain Marvel came from the Glassport Thrift Middle the same day that Jeffro Fadat came. But she didn't have her first match until today, Samoa says. Well, she's acting like a bully or a creep or a heel. But then again, I guess even over good doers are guilty of bad mindsets and stands too, Gorilla Monsoon said. Yeah, they are. There's called the flawed good doer. Sometimes the flawed over good doer. Some folks say that lead woman Marvel is not a flawed good doer, and that she's not even a flawed over good doer. Oh! And that's why some folks don't like her films, or whatever. Or it just could be, I don't know. But I don't like her either, Jackal says. And I don't really like this Jeffro Fabat, whoever his name is. I don't like neither of these followers of the 401 Bonds of Good, the Jackal says. Well, would you stop saying, would you be earnest, saying you don't like them because some other folks don't like them? Is that your own thought, belief, or take? I here tell you right now, Lead Woman Marvel and Jeffro Fadat are well-on-looked followers of the 401 Bonds of Good, even if some folks don't like them or not. Oh, well, Samoa says he hit her and knocked her down with the gun in his arm. Some would say that that's not right. But then again, he really can't take the gun out of his hand. It's like Thor couldn't really take the hammer out of his hand. And right now, Jeffro Fadat got Captain Marvel, and he body slammed her. Oh, down went the Fight Lord, the Fight Keeper, by mistake. I hope you don't get the match thrown out, Gorilla Monsoon says. Oh yeah, then again, the Fight Lord should throw the match out. The matchkeepers throw the match out for him just having a gun in his hand, the Jackal says. Like we tell you, that's the way that Marvel Toy or whatever toy business made it, Hasbro, I don't know, Bandai, whoever, Mattel, whoever made his doll, that's the way they made it. And he has no running lead over it. I guess it would, of how it was made. Oh! And now Captain Marvel is going to hopefully get the upside on Jojo Fedot here. And hopefully hope that she'll be the one getting the win here today. And she does. Oh! Looks like it's over, Gorilla Monsoon says. Yeah, put a fork in it. It's over, Gorilla Monsoon says. Oh yeah, Samoa says. I believe so. 1, 2, 3. Oh, how can you say that? Her legs are sticking half underneath the bottom rope. Half her head sticking out on the other side of the rope. Here is your winner, Lead Woman Marvel. And Lead Woman Marvel helping Jeffro Bobot up again. Onlook between followers of the 4-1 Bonds of Good from two unlike worlds. But they're both also in Gal in the Boundary, along with Becky Lynch, Gorilla Monsoon says. And I understand you not seem to be too happy with that, Gorilla Monsoon says. Who said I wasn't happy with it, the Jackal says. I said I really don't like those two, and I hope that my man, Kenny Omega, ends up winning Gal in the Boundary, so he can go after either the TWF Heavyweight winnings or the TWF World Heavyweight winnings. Whatever one he chooses, the Jackal says. Well, Samoa said, that's if Kenny Omega can get past Becky Lynch, Johnny Gargano, Wonder Woman, Godzilla, and Maxwell Jacob Freeman, Jeffro Bobot, and Lead Woman Marvel, Samoa said, which is not going to be a smooth goal. Anyway, Gorilla Monsoon said it won't be a smooth goal. I know that Gorilla Monsoon now is now going. Gene Okerlund is now going to be talking with Captain Marvel. Alright, we just heard two other folks in the Gal in the Boundary here today. Gorilla Monsoon, Jeffro Bobot, Lead Woman Marvel, and Becky Lynch. And today, I talk with someone that some folks don't like, being Captain Marvel or Lead Woman Marvel. Alright, Captain Marvel, you or Lead Woman Marvel, you're now in the toy wrestling gathering. You came last week from the Glassport Frith Middle, and some folks don't like your films, but that's not what we're talking about. You're now in Gal in the Boundary now. Oh, I'm in Gal in the Boundary now, Gene Okerlund. Isn't that a great thing? I get to beat Godzilla or Godzilla, Wonder Woman, or Diana Alderling. I get to beat Johnny Gargano or Kenny Omega. I get to beat Becky Lynch or this Maxwell Jacob Friedman. I get to beat Jeffro Bobot. Whoever I get to beat, you'll be looking at Miss Gal in the Boundary or Lady Gal in the Boundary. Whatever you're looking at, I'll have the right to either go for the TWF Heavyweight winnings or World Heavyweight winnings, or Pennsylvania, Allegheny, Pittsburgh, or Hard Middle, or 24/7 if that's still a thing or not. Anyway, whatever winnings I want to go for, I can. I just got to beat some followers of the 4-1 Bonds of Good and some followers of the 4-1 Bonds of Evil. Well, Captain Marvel or Lead Woman Marvel, we just saw you in your match today in NXT against a Disney Lucasfilms Star Wars South. That would be in Jeffro Bobot. Yeah, he's a tough man. I didn't beat him smoothly. He's strong. He's mighty. He was, it was hard to beat him. He didn't give it to me smooth. But I tell you what, I have as much onlook for him as I do for my other fellow followers of the 4-1 bonds of good. Well, what do you think your luck is? What, my luck of becoming Lady Gald in a Boundary? Well, as much of a luck as all these other ones have. Well, that's my talk with Captain Marvel, or Lead Woman Marvel. Back to you, Gorilla Monsoon. Well, thank you, Gene Okerlund, for talking. Thank you, Gene Okerlund, for talking with Captain Marvel, or Lead Woman Marvel, here today on NXT. And that's all the time we got here for NXT. I, Gorilla Monsoon, for Samoeus and the Jackal, we hope you like NXT, and we'll see you tomorrow for Dynamite or Might.